Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Rainbow Dice Club.
We are an all-queer, narrative-driven actual play podcast.
Telling a collaborative story in a homebrew world using the basis of D&D 5e.
Emphasis on the homebrew.
An emphasis on the collaboration.
Absolutely, but before we get into that, let's introduce ourselves. My name is Ariana, my pronouns are she, her, and I play Alara Spinelspark, whose pronouns are also she, her.
My name is Dusty, my pronouns are she, they, and I play Ivy Nightbreeze Tinkerfey, whose pronouns are she, her.
My name is Wayra, my pronouns are she, they, and I play Varys, whose pronouns are he, they.
Now, you may be asking, where's the GM?
This is the collaboration part.
Indeed it is. See, because you've already met the GM.
It's all three of us.
Join us as we collaboratively weave this tale.
But let the dice inevitably decide our destiny.
Good day and welcome to Damsels in Dicestress. This is our stream Demons and Daughters. It's set in Regency, London. And hello. We'll edit that out. I have to press a button. It's very complicated. There we go.
Just to get us on screen.
Yeah.
Let us out! Let us in!
Let us in. Look, you're going to crawl out of people's screens. It's pretty creepy. I am talking. Wow. My name's Lyndon Rufus Winters. I am their dungeon master. To my left and your left is Morne Putnam Trimmer.
No.
No. I'm so sorry.
No.
I can't believe I don't know your name after all this time.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Putman. And it's Morne Putnam Trimmer. You said Putnam. Putman.
All right. No, I was talking about the gap. I don't care about that. Sorry, Morne Putnam Trimmer.
Still wrong.
Putman.
Putman.
Have you considered changing it? Putnam just rolls off the tongue better.
Okay, well, you haven't lived with my name for 22 years, then, have you?
God for that.
Putman Trimmer. These two get it right. Yes, my name is Morne Putman Trimmer. And you
It's
play?
written just down here.
I play Agatha Pentecost.
I'm Maijai Hibbard and I play Taya Brunton.
I'm Taya Campbellova and I play Rosalind Penhallow.
I play Nigel, a wonderful man from the village of Bledlow. Nigel. He has a wonderful appreciation for toes and the souls
Look,
of
Nigel
people's
hasn't
feet.
been in this game
Nigel
for like 10
has been
episodes.
in the show for 2 minutes.
Nigel is haunting our home.
Nigel is everywhere I go.
Hashtag kill.
Should we do
Nigel.
fun facts?
Give us a fun fact about Rosalind.
Oh, all right. Fun fact about got hair on me. Fun fact about Rosalind is that her favourite story growing up was Snow White.
Fun fact about Talia, her favourite Shakespeare play is Pericles. Which now that I'm saying it, I feel like I have already said.
But let's have an actual fun fact. Something fun.
Well, no, because we've got a theme.
They're cohesive.
Agatha's favourite book was the Bible. Now she doesn't know.
Dun dun dun.
Well, you've got a whole collection of books on you, so you can have a flick through some of them.
My favourite book is the medieval falling apart tome from Thalia's dining room safe.
What's this?
Oh.
Evelina.
It's Evelina.
Should we do a recap?
I'm just thinking of another fun fact for one of my characters.
Oh.
A fun fact about
be about
the
Nigel.
Viscount is that he's a wonderful, caring person and doesn't deserve the abuse that he gets. Talia.
It's not just me, babe.
The whole audience.
Nobody likes him.
If you're watching the show and you liked the Viscount, comment and let us know.
Because DM Man is sad that nobody likes him.
But also comment and let us know what you do think about the Viscount, because it's interesting.
Very sad.
We have varying views.
I thought he was great.
So,
So.
shall we have an intro?
Yeah.
There we go. And we're back. There was like 3 seconds there just to confuse you. Unless you want some more time to...
Oh, good.
Good. Okay. We left the girls last time sitting down in the brothel known as the Velvet Masquerade, about to play a game of poker. They've never heard of it before. It's new. It's from France. Brought over by, presumably, the Madam of the House. I want to say Lady Beatrice, but it's not. It's Madam Beatrice.
He's still only ever talking to you.
You all sat down to get to know some of the workers, and you're distracting me now.
Sorry.
And that's where we were. Yeah, I guess more details would be that you were staying at a hotel, an inn, and had possibly told the wrong people that you were staying there. Madam Beatrice was concerned for your safety and offered you a place to stay under conditions to be discussed this evening.
Okay, thank you.
Shall we begin?
All right.
You are sitting down with the boys, I believe. In my head, which is the real world in this game, the girls are all off doing all their makeups and stuff because that takes much longer, and the boys are just like, yeah, I'm done. I had a bit of soap under my armpits. Whore's bath, as they say.
Zachariah.
Yeah, but he doesn't ever not wear makeup, so...
It's just
He was
always
already-
there.
he was
It's
already
tattooed
ready?
on
Yeah.
his face.
So, you're sitting down with, Zach, Jonathan, and Thomas. And Zach is dealing out cards. So you're going to get 3 cards. You'll get 3 cards. You'll get 3 cards. We all get 3 cards each. And then the idea is that your cards are going to form a sort of set. And there are different sets that you can get, and I'll go into them as we play around because it's easy enough. I think you'll pick it up quite quickly. Normally we'll bet with things, like I said, we're not really playing with money, but we tend to bet with sort of favours, just silly things. So feel free to check out your hands now. So you roll your 3d6s.
Why are you rolling them on the table?
Oh, I don't know.
So many dice. Okay.
Yeah, you've got to play for 3 people.
Yeah.
Hide a mad dice from
Why
you
I just
guys.
don't care. Like it's.
Okay. So everyone sort of looks at their cards, looks at each other, looks at you. Right, now the game begins proper. So, we're going to do a round of betting. We're all going to take turns. We're going to lay something, so to speak, on the table. Depending on how good you think your cards are. So, you've got options like 3 of a kind, 2 of a kind. You've got a straight, a flush. You'll pick it up. It'll be easy. You go first, Rosalind.
Have you given your real name?
Yeah, it's only you that hasn't.
Talia gave them my name.
By accident.
I don't. Does anyone know Talia's name?
Nope.
Okay. I know, and your
Esther.
Esther.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm afraid we don't really have anything to bet.
Perhaps.
No, it's favourite, like washing someone's best outfit. Drawing them a bath, for instance. Because it is quite an effort to fill up a hot bath here.
Well,
And I do have them daily, so...
bath would That does sound nice. I do not know.
Wonderful. So you are betting that if you win, everybody else has to take the hot water up for your bath. And if you lose, you have to do it.
All right.
Yeah. What is your name?
Nelly.
Nelly. Oh, well, yeah, you get the idea. So if you think you've got good cards, you make a big bet. Or you can, technically, you can fold your cards if you don't want to. If you're like, oh, there's no way I could win this round. But just play.
If I win, then I get all the best food that everybody would want. And if not...
First pickings.
Yeah. And if
that's a
not
good one,
everybody
that's a
else,
good
I
one.
shall pick last.
Okay. Esther?
I will do everyone's laundry.
Excellent. I will allow the use of my favourite outfit for the day. Thomas sort of I'll I'll draw a bath for someone. I'll do the I'll do that one as well. Running a bath. Not running, because that would imply plumbing, and that's not been invented yet, obviously. We know that. Yeah. Well, I will, it's so tedious not to play for money. I will bet my favourite hat. Right, okay. Okay, so round of betting is done. Now we're all able to draw one or two more cards, if you want to, and sort of discard some others. We just go around doing that, so everyone's more than welcome. I'm going to probably exchange a card or two. And so yeah, you can re-roll one or two dice. Cool. And if anybody wants to try cheating, now's the time to do it. Good girls.
Why am I shaking?
No.
What is everyone's perceptions?
That's a good question.
Our passive.
13.
Why is it on my phone? I never use it on my phone.
Button here.
Oh yeah, 11.
Why is mine the lowest? Oh, because I'm stupid, that's why. I'm very not wise.
I observe everything like a hawk.
My perception is awful.
Okay. Now we're going to make it interesting. Second round of betting, you can either fold, and then you'll no longer be behooven to the bet that you've placed, or you can double down, throw something extra into the mix and keep playing, see who wins.
I shall keep playing.
What are you going to add to your...
If I win, then somebody also needs to provide me with some sort of soap or perfume for the bath.
But what are you offering?
I'm afraid I have nothing else to add to the bath if I am to draw it for somebody else, but I might have... Well, that's what I was thinking, but Well, I have some odds and ends with me, some bits of ribbon and fine cloth.
Cloth, you say? Wonderful.
Just small cuttings.
Okay.
So somebody can have their pick.
Wonderful. I've forgotten your name, sorry. It's
Nelly.
Nelly, yes.
I actually don't think any.
That's right, you don't think, do you?
If I win, then I get my pick of clothing. And if I lose, then somebody may...
Got marbles?
Yeah, sure. Then I have glass marbles. They're very beautiful.
Right. Esther. Do you play or do you fold?
I shall play.
Excellent.
If I win, I would love a warm bath with soap. And if I lose, I have this. And I show them the vial of the laudanum.
What's that?
Well, that's laudanum.
I got it at the rat's tail.
Of course you did. It's dangerous stuff, you know. Quite strong.
This is out of character. I just thought that was really funny. That's really good.
Well, I just went to sleep.
Right, yeah, I mean, it's your choice, I suppose. I'll just be careful. Don't let Madam Beatrice catch you using too much of it. Right, yes, right, perhaps more betting then. Yes, I will bet... I will do the winner's makeup for an entire week. Actually, no, I forgot which cards were whose. I'm going to fold. Not that I was looking at other people's cards, you must understand.
I tried to write lose and it's just loy.
Right, I'll carry the winner's shopping for a week. Yeah. Well, I will, let's make this interesting. Yes, I will clean everybody's sheets after tonight. I'll do it. Someone has to.
And if you win?
If I win, I take everything that you've offered. That's how it works. I'll take Jonathan's shopping for the day. I'll take you running me a hot bath. I'll take you whatever it was, and I'll have that laudanum. It'll come in handy somewhere, I'm sure. So, shall we show our cards? What have you got, Rosalind?
Whatever it was for the all odds, I forgot what the name
All
of the
odds.
hand was.
Cool.
It's 5, a 5, and a 3. So it's also 2 at the same.
Three fours.
3 4s, 3 of a kind.
3 3s.
3 3s. Zach folded, so he doesn't care. Jonathan's like, okay, I got a 4, 5, and a 6. I've got a flush.
Straight.
Straight, yep, so one way around. Got a straight. Well, I got 3 of a kind, so you win, Molly. Right, did you say 4?
Nelly. Yes.
Nelly.
What did you get?
3 3s, and you got 3 4s,
Yes.
and we got 3 3s. Well, then it looks like you won.
Well, I've got to remember what I won now.
Yeah.
You've got the laudanum.
Oh shit, yeah. So I got the laudanum.
Mhm.
I get to pick ribbons from you.
Yep.
Everybody has to run me a bath.
Well. No, only two people.
people.
Yeah. So it's Rosalind
I have
and
help.
Rosalind and Jonathan have offered bath running.
And John run bath. Who's carrying my shopping?
Jonathan also. No, sorry, Thomas. Thomas for both of those.
Oh.
Jonathan offered a top hat.
Oh, hell yeah.
And to do your mate. No, I'll talk. He's washing everyone's sheets.
You also get to pick up from everyone's clothes.
Yeah.
Yep. And I do your laundry as well.
Oh god, one sec. Aggie does laundry. What was it that Jonathan gave a hat?
His favourite top hat.
Yeah.
And he's
My
gonna do
sheets.
he's gonna do everybody's sheets because he was confident he was gonna win.
Is that because he had a 3 of a kind?
Mm-hmm.
Pick clothes and I get first picking of food.
Yeah.
Because that
Sure,
was what
yeah.
I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Slay.
Slay?
That was out of character.
Oh.
Rosalind wasn't for slay. Slay.
It's like, I'm really good at card games. I keep winning things. I've got a lion's head.
Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Now, why don't we all get to know each other a little bit more? So, the rat's tail, Tale. What on earth were you doing there?
Well, I needed a drink. So,
You certainly do get drinks there.
We are new to Ratcliffe. We
Yes.
do not know what establishments were best.
Clearly. Well, you'll find we have plenty to drink here. There's really no need to go running off around to the riffraff of town and getting yourself into trouble. So where are you girls from?
I'm sure you'd never have heard of it. It's
Try me.
out in the country.
Yeah, it's just small villages.
Very well. Keep your secrets.
we'll edit a little Frodo meme in there.
Yes. And you've wound up finding yourselves here at the Velvet Masquerade.
Yes.
Interesting.
It wasn't quite intentional.
No, I can tell. And you're not even working. How rare.
Well, Madam Beatrice said that she couldn't in her right mind let us go back, considering that people at the Rat's Tail knew we were staying where we were staying.
Ha! You are new here. Fresh off the boat, as they say.
I actually was on a boat today.
Oh,
I was just moving crates.
okay. He sort of looks at his own hands as like, shudders. Well, you're all awful quiet.
It's been quite an exhausting couple of days. We've travelled for some time and done a great many things, actually.
Oh, like what?
Well, you know, the travel does take its toll, but we've visited various places and shops and Well,
Right. Cool. Sorry, let me just close the window. It's getting cool. Okay.
Could I see that hat?
Yes, it's upstairs. I'll go get it for you. Now. Very well. Come with me. And if you, he'll lead you upstairs to his boudoir. He leads you into a fairly large room. It has a big four-poster bed in the middle. The sheets are a sort of navy blue colour, silk probably, maybe satin, I don't know. What's the difference? There's some paintings on the walls. They're quite old, and they're not the best, but they seem to be of sort of like countrysides, sunsets, that sort of stuff. There's a couple of nice armchairs by a fireplace that's sort of dully glowing away. Well, this is my room. It's where I entertain my guests. Yes, let me get that hat for you. Now, I said you'd get my hat. Obviously, I meant it was just for the day, the week. We'll say the week, yes.
That's not what you said.
No, I misspoke, obviously.
But if I was going to be giving my things away, I wasn't expecting them back.
No, I mean, we were all making temporary exchanges of... I didn't mean to have my hat forever. Obviously, I didn't mean to have my hat forever. Oh, don't look at me like that. No, oh, fine. How can I say no to a face like that? Very well. He pulls down this a top hat from on top of his wardrobe, and it's a short top hat. It's only maybe 4 inches tall, and in the side has got sort of a couple of different brightly coloured feathers tucked into it.
Is the hat black?
It's a black hat. The feathers are white, and there's a sort of a white ribbon holding the feathers in around. There's a couple of other little sort of sewn fabric flowers at the base where the feathers are as well. This is my favourite hat. I think I look quite fine in it, really.
It is quite a marvellous hat. I've always had an interest in them, but, given who I am, it's not acceptable most of the time.
And who is it you are?
I just mean being a woman. It's
Right. I mean, whenever you want around here. Yes,
Perhaps we can share it.
Yes, that would be wonderful. The ladies love my hat. Okay, here you go. Just take it.
Take it and put it on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I haven't brought my hat over. Oh, that's really sad. It's in the cupboard.
We'll edit this out.
Should we go back and join the others?
Yes, let's. Clients will be arriving soon.
Yes, how long until they do?
Oh, he takes out a fancy little pocket watch. Probably about an hour.
Right.
I imagine Madam will speak to you before then, and either confine you to your rooms or find you something suitable to wear. As he looks you up and down.
I'm sure we'll stay in the room.
Well, you'll be missing out on a lot of interesting fun.
I'm sure, but...
Plus, you did want the best of the food.
I did. Does that not... Yes, I suppose. I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Yes, it'll all come together. This sort of conversation is happening as you're sort of walking back to the room. Ladies and gentlemen, may I please introduce Molly, Millie, Maleficent.
Molly is a lovely name, I suppose.
It's not your name, is it?
No, Nellie is my
Nellie,
name. But
yes, Nellie.
Molly works, as everybody seems to keep forgetting.
Nellie in her new fine hat, everybody. And Zach's like, oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
This is a rather marvellous hat.
Yes, it was. Anyway, whatever shall we do now? Tell us your story. What you will, one of you.
Well, forgive me, but if the time is getting on, I would really like to go back down and wash and change if Madame says there are more suitable clothes available.
Yes, there certainly will be. I'll go get her now if you want, if you're...
Yes, thank
sure.
you.
So Zach gets up, leaves the room, and goes off to talk with Madame Beatrice. You guys sit around for a couple of minutes awkwardly, and then Madame Beatrice returns to the room. She's sort of wearing one of those big 17th century gowns that sort of comes out at the bottom. Everything's hitched up top.
I've sort of moved the door from him so that it can't be seen.
Sure.
But while he was getting her.
Mm-hmm. Well, if it isn't my little squirrels all getting to know each other and settling in just fine, may I perhaps take you outside for a talk? Good. Are you boys ready? Yep. Good. Talkative as ever? Yeah. Well then, shall we? Okay. Come with me, please. So she takes you back upstairs to the room that you were in before, and has you all sort of just sit awkwardly on the bed, and she sits in the armchair facing you. Well, I have offered you my arm and my protection, and I said I would want something in return for this. So the first thing I want is the truth. I can see you are not from around here. I want to know where you have come from and who you are. And I will know if you do not tell me the truth.
We are from Axminster.
Make a deception check.
That's the wrong dice.
Also, that was cocked, so it doesn't count.
Wait, what dice am I supposed to have?
D20.
This is a D20.
It's a D12.
That's your D20.
Oh.
They look
the
very
most
similar.
They do look the same.
8.
No, perhaps I was not clear. I will have the truth.
You may not know where we're from, but it is out in the country.
Far from London. And you have been incredibly generous in giving us the space and the protection of your home. And
Yes, and does
do
not
not-
generosity deserve something in return?
yes, quite. But
And this is my price.
I
will have
we
your
are-
story.
we are on business that is very personal and very important, and we are searching for some people who have gone missing, and we are afraid that they are... Well, we do not know, and we do not know who to trust, and who might come asking.
There are people who are trying to find us as well. We did not leave with permission. And we're simply worried if we tell people who we are and who we're looking for, that perhaps they might find us.
I see, so we are getting closer to the truth. You are noble-born? I thought so. And you have run away from home, have you not?
I suppose.
You come to Radcliffe, which says to me that you are hopelessly lost and out of your depth.
No, we were supposed to be here. We've been following the few things that were left for us, and I do believe that, well, the people we were looking for had at least been here.
Or at least intended to.
And who are these people? I will have the truth.
My father is gone.
And mine. And mine too.
They are just gone?
Yes, they vanished. We had word that where they were staying there were unpaid bills and they had not been seen. Not for many weeks.
And so, you think they have been kidnapped or run away?
We do not know. That is what we are trying to find out.
And this strange story of 3 young ladies pursuing their missing fathers. Why does this task fall to you and not to
Nobody else was doing anything.
Nobody else was doing anything. Interesting. And so you run away from home. You must hide from the rest of your family.
Yes.
Not that I have any other family.
Explain yourself.
Of course, we are all distantly connected, I suppose, but my father is the only one left that I am in contact with. My uncles do not speak to me, and my mother died years ago.
I see.
But
Very
she
well.
has a fiancé who may also be looking.
Fiancé? Interesting. And you, if I ask you questions this time, I will get the truth?
Yes.
Good. Very well.
Are you not going to ask me a question then?
That was my question. I wanted to know if you would tell me the truth this time. From now on.
Yes.
Good. That is my condition. If you stay here, you always tell me the truth. And when you don't, you leave.
I think that sounds fair. But the others, they will not know.
Thomas knows. But only him.
We all know how to keep secrets in this house.
And that is the only condition.
For now, until I can see some other way that you can be helpful to us. Do not worry, I will not put you to work in a way that you are not comfortable with.
I know it's a small thing, but there is a harp in the common room. I play quite well. If you were ever in need of entertainment, I would be happy to.
Perhaps you can show me how well you play, and you could perhaps provide entertainment for our guests.
Yes.
And of course, if money is what was needed, then my offer from earlier still stands.
Very well. I will contact my my friend to see if they are interested in your heir. So, tonight we entertain guests, and we do not entertain guests dressed like this.
Yes. Yes.
So, I will find you all something suitable to wear, or else you will have to spend the evening hidden away in your room, which I do not recommend. We have a lot of fun here, and you may find it quite eye-opening.
Thank you.
And Esther, I trust you had fun with Thomas.
Yes.
And did you find it satisfactory? Is this something you would pursue again?
I'm quite well, thank you.
Very well. I will send some options for you to wear down to your rooms. And then I ask that you wear them if you come upstairs. And if you speak to any of our clients, you say whatever it is that will make them happy.
Of course.
And keep yourselves out of trouble. They will know that you are not for them, because you will not be wearing the rose that everyone else wears, to indicate that you are separate for the clientele. Very well. And then we will speak. We will speak again later, I think. Perhaps tomorrow. Be on your way. I will think this over. She motions to the door for you to leave, but she doesn't get up herself.
I leave and head down to our room.
Mm-hmm.
Is there, when you described it before, is there like a sort of wash bowl with water? Okay.
Yep. There's a vanity mirror. And, yeah, is that right? Vanity mirror?
Yeah.
Is that a tall one?
A vanity is like the dressing table thing, I think.
Yeah.
Rosalind is going to go straight over, start like freshening up, and I go to my bags and I get out my little flower hairpins that I've not been able to wear since we left the Viscounts, and some of my like jewellery that I had with me, and I just very happily start like getting myself ready, and I feel like it's getting a little bit of me back and a little bit of my security back, and it feels really good, and that's what I'm doing.
Rosalind,
Yes?
do you
What?
understand where we are?
Well, to be perfectly honest, no. It seems a very odd sort of place, but it seems closer to anything that, we've experienced than anywhere else in Ratcliffe, and Madame seems very kind.
Yes, but the kind of people who will be coming tonight.
Yes. It seems far closer to high society than anywhere else in Ratcliffe.
I can assure you.
Make a insight check, Rosalind. And this will be based on the information that you have
Yes.
available to you.
19.
Whoa.
Okay.
Do you have any pluses?
For insight, I don't think so.
This place feels to you like a sort of eclectic bohemian collection of artists. It reminds you of those sort of the sort of houses that you know that writers often
Yes.
share and that sort of thing. You feel like it might be a sort of bohemian commune of like-minded creatives.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, I really need to get Taya under control.
I just want you to be prepared.
Well, prepared for what? Everyone has been far kinder than anyone else in Ratcliffe, and I know that there are things here that are improper. I know that men and women can spend time together alone, and, well, it just seems not to matter so much out here, and they don't seem to be causing harm.
No, but I know Madam will keep us safe, but you might...
Talia, I don't know what you think, but I can look after myself.
Yes, I know. But I think you might discover something here that you had not considered.
Well,
something that we are not told about.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just going to keep getting ready. Very purposefully. Look, I like it here. Is that so bad? It's pretty and the people are nice and, well, if they are living in some sort of impropriety, which I know is wrong, but I don't know, it all seems quite exciting in a way, like something in a book. Like the romantic poets and their salons and things like that. And besides, Madame is letting us stay here for, well, I suppose out of the goodness of her own heart, and I don't know, I trust her.
Okay. The clothes that they're bringing might not be what you're expecting them. And I go to the door, open it.
Rose is there, and she's got a bundle of clothes under her arms. Madame sent me down with some clothes for you all to try on.
Thank you.
Something more suitable for the house.
Yes.
I'll lay them down on this bed here for you.
Thank you.
Cool. She drops them down.
This is rather cool down there.
She also said that. You play the harp.
Yes.
And you wanted to borrow mine.
Well, if you would allow it, I only meant to give something back in return for the generosity of our staying here.
Right. That's fine, I suppose, but, like, it's kind of my job is to play the harp, and then you'll just... I don't mean to be rude, but I'll be straight with you.
Well, I need not play it if...
It's mine. You can't just come here and take my job.
Well, that's quite all right. It was only an offer. I'm sorry if I've caused any offence.
Just, like, the clients like me playing the harp. It helps me draw them in. And you come along and play it and steal my clients.
I can assure you we won't be stealing any clients.
That's what everyone says, isn't it?
She did not mean any offence.
Madam Beatrice said that we were to be separate from the rest of you, and the guests would know that.
Oh, you're not getting the rose?
No. But still, your property is yours, and I would never wish to infringe on that.
Well, you can play it when I'm working upstairs then.
All right. Thank you. That's very kind of you.
Okay.
And if you change your mind, you need only let me know.
Okay. Sorry.
That's quite all right.
Right, those are your clothes. I'll be upstairs. She leaves. So on the bed has been thrown down 6-7 different outfits. They all seem to be made out of quite well-off fabric. So there seems to be silks, satins. They're all very bright colours. There's yellows and sort of pinks, reds. There's a white. And they're also she just kind of bundled them there, so it's up to you to sort of go over and inspect them.
Yeah, Rosalind's very eagerly like I want this off. I've been trying to get rid of this dress for days. Just excitedly sort of like looking through, like feeling the fabric.
Okay. So you pick up the first piece.
The white one is the one I'm going for.
Okay, you go for the white one, and you pick it up expecting a lot more fabric to come with it than does it, and you're like, oh, is this just? And you look underneath to look for because this is obviously just the undergarment, and you can't find the rest of the outfit.
Oh, I'm gonna look at the others, see if they're the same.
Yeah, they're all. You keep going to pick one up, expecting it to be, a whole outfit, and each one is just only seems to be like there's not enough fabric here to be an entire outfit. If you hold one up, you'll see it's sort of you're holding up the pink one at the moment. It seems to be a sort of silk dressing gown, maybe it has buttons. Seems to sort of end just above the knees, and it has these sort of long, flowy arms on them, and sort of frills down the edges. And it seems to be very open at the front.
Oh. The fabric's good.
Yeah, seems to be real silk.
Well,
Yes,
I've never seen garments quite like these.
I was trying to tell you that.
But the fabric is lovely, far nicer than I was expecting. I'm still sort of just like trying to work out in my head like how they would go and how they would be, like as Rosalind, not like Taya. It's fine. So yeah, she's just sort of sat on the bed, like sort of holding out. And sleeves like this have not really been in trend for quite some decades, but perhaps in France. Well, I'm going to try one on just to see, because I think it's going to help her work out what it actually is.
Sure.
So, I don't know why you're laughing, Rosalind's stupid, okay?
I presume Rosalind is going to try and put it on over the top of her own
undergarments, yes.
Yeah.
So I take the brown dress off. It's relief because I hate this and it still smells like Agatha's vomit. So when I'm in
Forgot about that.
my shift and my stays, and then I try and put it on over the top.
Cool.
The white one.
You look ridiculous. Your undergarments are popping out everywhere.
Oh.
Rosalind,
Yes?
the other people in this house, have you seen what they're wearing?
Yes.
And does it look like they have the same undergarments as us one underneath?
No, that's true. That was silly of me. I just...
just seems terribly improper, doesn't it? I know it is, and it feels like that's sort of the point, but...
Yes, that is the point of people coming here. People come here when they want to do things that our society does not deem proper.
Yes, I had understood that, and well, to be honest, I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. It feels wrong, but everyone is so lovely, and it feels so safe, and perhaps they are all simply more liberated than the world we come from. You read about things, these groups in Paris and Rome, and I suppose no one knows us here. And I doubt anyone will come walking in that does know us.
That is not the point, Rosalind. It is... Look, I do not know about...
Rosalind is going to take off her underskirt to see how it sits, just with... She's not taking off her stays, which is like the bra corset bit. But, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see how the skirt hangs, as it would be.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you want me to describe it?
And no, I'm just telling you that's what she's doing.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, is it better?
Yeah.
Well, that does seem to sit a lot nicer, but...
Now it's definitely cool.
I know I should never be allowed to wear something like this, and I should die of shame if anybody from home saw me, but I would hate to be behind if this were the start of some new trend or
It is not the start of a new trend, Rosalind.
But the sleeves are really quite lovely, and...
Agatha, do you think you could lend a hand here?
Rosalind,
Yes?
what do you suppose men and women do once they are married?
Well, it becomes proper for them to be alone together, and to kiss and show affection and things like that. And they share a bed.
And what do you suppose they do in that bed?
Well, I don't know, sleep, and I suppose they may hold one another if they so wish.
Yes, and
What?
that is what people come here for.
I see. That's what you came here to do with Thomas. It's all right, Agatha. I won't judge you for it.
But you did not.
No.
But you were alone together.
Yes. I wanted to... marry...
Yes?
You're greeted by the other woman that you'd seen upstairs. I forgot what her description is. I shall make one up. She's got sort of long blonde hair. It's all sort of tied up in an interesting fashion at the moment. Kind of similar to Madame Beatrice's in a way, but not as stylish. She's wearing a sort of light blue sheer outfit of multiple layers. She has sort of gloves on that come up to her elbows. The dress sort of hangs all the way down loosely to her ankles. and seems to be made up of like 3 or 4 different layers of fabric, so you can't see through it. But there's still a lot of, there's a plunging neckline. She's about 5'3", I guess, sort of average sort of height. Nice, she's got a smile on her face. Yes, Madam Beatrice sent me down. My name's Lulu. We've met Esther, obviously.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, pleasure to meet you three too. She's asked me to sort of be your chaperone this evening.
Oh, well, how kind of her.
And
Thank
sort
you.
of just look out for you while the clientele are here. Yep, I'm Lulu. So, yes, I see
Rosalind.
you're trying on some of the clothes. How do you find them?
Well, I must admit this is not like anything I have ever seen before, but I do have a keen interest in clothes and fashion, and I think it's very interesting.
Interesting, yeah. I guess we do have interesting jobs, and I love the clothes too. I wish we could wear them out.
The colour of yours is quite beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yes, Madam got the materials over from Paris, she said.
She did.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell the fabric is very fine weave.
Neither of the two of you are dressed yet. Madam was very clear to me that you, because of the nature of the business, and we have like a reputation, you can't just walk around the house in maids' outfits.
Yes.
At least not those maids' outfits.
We were trying to explain to Rosalind what the nature of this business is.
What? You don't know?
Well, they seem to think I do not.
Oh. What do you think it is?
Place for people to come when they need a break from the restrictions of society, and perhaps to be alone with somebody of the opposite gender if they so wish.
Or the same gender? Yeah, you've got it. That's exactly what it is.
Yes, and I did speak to Madame about possibly playing the harp while Rose is upstairs working.
Mm-hmm.
She said it was all right as long as Rose was not downstairs to play it herself.
Okay, yeah, Rose is pretty protective over her
Yes.
her harp playing. It's kind of her thing here.
I should hate to
She
upset
sings,
her
she
or step on
plays.
any toes, but I just feel like I ought to contribute something.
Yeah, I think so long as you don't try and outshine her, I think she'll get used to it. But yeah, there's not many of us that can play instruments, so she's very territorial.
Of course.
There's going to be food coming out soon if you girls are hungry. Have you tried on any of the clothes?
In the pile of clothes,
Mhm.
is there like a white sort of shirt that's more of a...
You get to
men
pick
might
any
wear?
clothes from anyone in the
I know,
house.
I'm getting there.
No, it's all quite feminine type of outfits at the moment.
I was wondering,
Mm-hmm.
do we have to... You see, I won the card game.
You were playing cards with the boys?
Yes,
And you won?
I did.
That's amazing. They're prolific cheaters.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't play cards with them.
Oh. Well, I guess I'm lucky I won then. One of my winnings was that I would get to pick from their clothes.
Okay.
And I was wondering if I could wear those instead, or as
don't
well
see
as
why not.
maybe.
Uh,
If they've got like a
I mean,
shirt or
you're not
something.
gonna fit Thomas's clothes, are you? But I can show you to Zach's room. I don't know. He was in the common room, but he's gone for a wander. I think so. Maybe he's gone back to his room. He's probably more your size. You could discuss your winnings with him, I guess?
I think I might be more comfortable if we are deciding to go upstairs and not stay in here.
So you want us to see all right?
Yeah, sure. Esther, is there suitable clothes in that pile for you?
I go up and just pick up the first dress in the pile.
Okay. Oh, come with me then. I'll take you to Zach's room. So you two of you leave. I guess the other two of you just stay in your room.
Finish getting ready.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. It's just along here. Just
Although
yep.
Zach stopped playing, so I don't know if he folded.
And that was his bet, the clothes?
No, that was what I said I wanted to win.
Oh, Zach's a pushover. Come on.
Right.
So she takes you upstairs. You head to the left. Past a couple of rooms. She gives a little knock on the door. And there's enter. She's Zach. Oh, Lulu, yes. What's your fake name again?
Nelly.
Nelly. Nelly's here. She said that she's allowed to pick from some of your clothes from the card game. Oh yeah, of course. The door swings open. Of course. Come on in, Nelly. You can have any of my clothes that you like. Shall we see what we can find together? What do you have in mind?
Perhaps
That's a big thing.
like
He starts pulling out random clothes off the hangers.
maybe a shirt or
A shirt.
something.
Yes. What colour? I have fuchsia. I've got white. I've got blue. I've got black. I've got. He's just holding them
White
up.
or green.
White or green? I don't have green. But I've got white. I've got a number of white shirts. So here we go. Holds up this sort of silk, flowery shirt, like with really like flowy, ripply stuff at the front and the sleeves. Something like this. Wonderful. Oh, we're gonna need a tie to go with it. Something classy. Something to go with the hat.
Yes.
Okay. Here, this silk black one will be perfect. Let me tie it for you. And he does this big sort of bow of sort of hanging down ends to it there, and it's perfect. Matches the hat perfectly. And I guess in between you're also like changing clothes. That will make it make sense. And for the legs?
Yes, I don't know what would go. Some...
Of mine?
I don't know.
Trousers? How outlandish. Let's do it. Here, these are my best suit trousers. Try them on.
Thank you. Do they fit?
Yes. Similar fit. Wonderful. Fantastic. Oh, boots. Let's get you some boots. What size are you? Sure.
Are
The
they,
size.
I mean, I have my own boots, but I suppose I don't know if they go.
Well,
I sort of like point to my boots that I will have taken off.
that's like... They look fine, yes. Fine. Let's give them a polish, shall we? And he goes under his bed, pulls out this sort of a wooden tray that's full of sort of little boxes and brushes and things like that. These are my personal supplies. They keep my leather in excellent condition. Let's see what we can do. These boots are new, aren't they?
No.
Did you not buy them the other day?
No.
Oh, okay. Forget it.
Talia already had boots on.
Oh,
We bought me and Agatha boots because we had silly shoes on.
Ah, yes, that was it. Okay. So while
Oh
you're
my god,
just...
Rosalind's going to wear her stupid new shoes.
Yeah, of course she is.
Carry on.
So he sort of shows you the mirror. He's got a full-length mirror in his room. Multiple full-length mirrors in his room, actually. Very large ones. So there's also one on the ceiling, you notice. As he sort of gets down and starts polishing up your boots to a nice shine. Like the triggers, you've got to leave the oils and the waxes to soak in for a few minutes first before you then polish them off, and then we'll have a rag here and perfect. Try them back on.
Put them on and lace them up.
Give me a spin, darling.
Do a little spin.
Yes. I love it. That will set chins wagging. I can think of a number of ladies that would be into this look. Huh. Wild. Well, I guess that's my debt to you paid.
Yes. Thank you.
A jacket? It does get rather warm. You probably don't need one. Things definitely heat up.
I think I'll be okay. Thank you.
You're more than welcome. My wardrobe is your wardrobe. If it can be returned in kind.
I mean, I haven't brought an awful lot with me, but you're welcome to any of it.
Oh, thank you. I have plenty. It's okay. But just if there is something that catches my fancy, I'd love to perhaps exchange ideas sometime.
Yes, I mean, I have a green dress, and you don't seem to own any greens. So if you wanted to one day,
it's because I don't like green.
I don't think
it just doesn't suit my complexion. I feel like I'm a little too pale for it, but
yes.
Not that there's anything wrong with your pale skin and green. Of course, it's just a me thing. It's a me thing. I'm sure you look wonderful in your green dress.
Thank you. Well, I don't know what I can offer then, but you're more than welcome to any of my things.
Don't you worry about it. So you understand how tonight's going to go? You have an idea?
Not really, but
things get pretty rowdy.
I know. I'm slightly worried about one of my friends who and I do not know much, but she knows even less, and I worry that she...
The curly-haired one?
Yes.
Rosalind, was it?
Yes.
She does seem a little out of her depth, shall we say?
Yes.
Not that you're not too, but your head seems to at least be above the water.
Yes.
Well, I guess tonight will be an education for her like no other.
Yes, I suppose. I tried to explain, but I didn't have the words, so perhaps she will just have to find out as it comes.
A picture tells 1,000 words, as they say.
Yes.
Well, I was just finishing up, getting ready. Did you need any makeup? I could help you out if you want.
I don't know.
But
I'm sure
little eyeliner.
I'm sure Rosalind would love some if the offer extends, but I leave it to you to decide if you think I should or not.
I think you look splendidly dashing just the way you are. A little eyeliner under the eyes, perhaps, just to make them pop.
Okay.
Okay, let me see what I've got here. He takes out a very fine paintbrush, I suppose, but yeah, paintbrush, and a little tiny pot. Right, close your eyes. And just feel this very tiny light line drag across the underneath of both of your eyes. There, perfect. We could almost be twins. Send Rosalind up if she wants some makeup done. We all have a reputation to upkeep here, and we want everyone to look their best.
Yes. Okay. And I...
You look dashing.
Thank you. And I head back down to our room.
Mm-hmm.
While this was happening,
Yes.
I've been getting dressed.
Mm-hmm. Found anything you like?
Well, I just picked up the first one I saw. What does it look like?
It's black. It's it's this sort of layered skirt that has multiple different heighted layers. If I'm just going,
Yeah,
it's
like
kind of
ruffled
Spanishy.
skirt.
Yes, it's a sort of ruffled skirt. Sort of stops around knee height. It's got a sort of inbuilt corset type thing that buttons or ties up around the back. Which I guess Rosalind would help you with. It sort of, brings everything up here. And, yeah, that's what you've got. You asked me to give you stuff, I give you cleavage. All the cleavage. And that was your choice. I accept no blame.
Is there a mirror in here?
Yes, there's a vanity mirror, so it's, sort of like a couple of feet high sitting on the table.
Okay. I look at myself in the mirror and I'm a bit shocked at what I see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I turn to Rosalind and I just...
Well, I think you look splendid. If we are somewhere new, I suppose we must try our best to blend in. And as you know, trying new things seems to be what we are doing at the moment. But I think you look wonderful, Agatha.
Yes, I've been trying new things.
Are you feeling better for your evening?
Yes, I feel fine, but... Rosalind... When... You know what people do when they're married?
Yes.
Well, people do that here while they are unmarried.
Yes, I think I'm beginning to understand that, and I think we ought not judge so long as we shall be safe from that, and I believe we shall. And besides, if things become very improper and we become uncomfortable, we can always retreat back down here. I should hate to miss out on the first night of good society and company in, well, who knows how long. And it's been a trying few days.
Rosalind,
I think it might be fun.
Rosalind, you are a very handsome woman.
Thank you.
So, other people may find you very handsome.
They often do, yes.
I couldn't even get that out.
But
so
Madame Beatrice has said it will all be well, and there are so many beautiful women here. I shall simply be one of the crowd.
I just wish that you were safe.
I think we are, Agatha. I know it's new and different, but I don't know about you, but I feel far safer in this house than I have, well, since we left the Viscount's.
Yes.
But thank you. I appreciate your concern. I know this has not been an easy time for any of us.
Can I come?
Mm-hmm.
I see you collected the clothes you had been offered. I am not sure what I expected.
Zach said if you want your makeup done, to bring you up.
Oh, well, how very kind, yes. Is it all right if I just...
I'll take you.
Thank you.
Agatha?
Zach seems very skilled. I've never worn makeup before. Well, you needn't if you don't want to, but no, while we're here talking of trying new things, I shall. And wearing makeup is it's the least worst thing I could do. I think it shall be
The
fun.
least objectable, some might say.
Yeah. And I think you shall look splendid.
And you're feeling better than before?
Yes. I am. Yes.
Good. And you can talk to us if that changes, or if you do wish to come back down here and talk, or even be alone, and we shall respect that. Whatever we can do.
Yes.
I'll lead them out the room, back up and knock on Zach's door.
Enter!
We may have brought one more as well.
Wonderful. Why not? The more the merrier. Right, who wants to go first?
Well, Agatha?
Sit down. Now.
Agatha is not used to wearing such things.
No, I can tell. But your skin is excellent.
Thank you.
Right, do you have a favourite colour?
Blue.
Blue.
Dark blue.
Dark blue. Ooh, smoky. Okay, I have some ideas.
Do I have my reticule on me?
If you've brought it up,
you
yeah.
brought it up, yeah, you would.
Sure, you choose.
I take out the Bible and I just show this colour.
Can't bring one of those in here. My goodness.
Just the colour.
Take it away, take it away!
I put it back in.
Oh, the colour. Okay, I have... Yes, I think I've got something. I might have to mix a couple and darken it down, but... Right, yes, I'm thinking around the eyes, dark, smoky, mysterious. It will go with this outfit perfectly. Yes. Okay, let's get to work. And he starts putting a sort of... You're going to listen to me explain makeup now. So he puts a layer of foundation over, a sort of powder over your whole face, sprays a little fixer. He doesn't, that's not a thing. So he starts to powder you up, takes out some various different paintbrushes and little glass pots that he sort of draws over your eyebrows and darkens them a little. And then he starts working on this bit of your eyelids and sort of draws out this whole, like, it definitely was not a fashion back then, but, draws this sort of, smoky, dark eyelids that sort of fades as it goes out. He sort of does, it makes your lips the brightest red you've ever seen them, because this is a whorehouse. Bright red lips, does your cheeks sort of very rougey. This takes maybe half an hour, I suppose, in total. He's very particular about everything he's doing. Perfect. Take a look. And he spins you around to look into the mirror.
Do I like what I see?
It's really up to you, because any kind of makeup is over the top to you, but this is also over the top to anybody. But, he's good, but it's a whorehouse, so you can make your own decision, really. You've never seen anything like it.
Okay, what should I...
Evens you like it, odds you don't.
I like it.
Excellent. You're happy?
Yes.
I think you look fantastic.
Thank you.
You do. I've never seen anything quite like it back home, but you do look wonderful, Agatha. It's nice to see you in a different way than normal.
We'll be beating them off with sticks tonight to keep you safe. You're next.
Oh, yes. I usually tend to go for something a little more natural than that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
He's not about to do a natural look on you.
So good. Any particular favourites?
Well, I often just do, a little rouge.
Rouge.
I tend for pinks more than reds, but
Wonderful.
yes, just light and natural, please.
Excellent. Let's do this. He sets to work on you. Half an hour later, he spins you round to the mirror to reveal, bright red lipstick. He's contoured your cheeks here with a sort of darker red, with also a sort of little grey there. So you kind of, this whole thing is very severe. He's made he's done your eyelashes. He's kind of done that sort of thin line across there, but then on the sort of outer area, like a sort of bright pink, and there's some sort of glittery kind of metallic powder he put over the top as well. Yeah, you can imagine.
Yeah. I like the eyes and whatever the glitter is because I've never seen anything like that before and I really like it. But yeah, the cheek contour is not it for Rosalind. And I think he can probably tell.
He doesn't care. You look fantastic. This is probably some of my best work.
Thank you.
She's definitely going to go downstairs and fix it, but thank you.
You're welcome. Well, I think we should go downstairs because that bell's going to ring soon. And those sailors aren't going to sail themselves, so to speak.
Yes. I just need to run back down to our room for a moment.
Sure. Well, shall we? I'm ready. He's dressed in this elaborate velvet suit. He looks like Willy Wonka, basically. But in like a grey, charcoal grey. Really tall top hat. It's like a foot tall. The sleeve. He's got like the fabric coming out of the sleeves of his jacket. It's all up here. It's all very tight fitting. Especially the pants. He's got some very shiny shoes on. They sort of click as he's walking. He likes everyone to notice. He's got a full face of makeup. Looks much more natural than yours did. You noticed.
Yeah. So Rosalind goes back down to the room. And I just sort of like fix, because I've got whatever I brought with me from Ludlow, just make it subtler, softer. And I also get my new very expensive shoes that the Viscount bought me, and I put those on.
Fabulous.
Yes.
What do they look like again?
There was a description of them somewhere, but they're like satin. They're like very, very dainty. They have like little ribbons that tie them up. They've got like little roses on them. They are very embellished, very pretty.
Fab.
Yes.
Cool. As you're heading downstairs, are you all going at the same time, or are you all splitting up? Or? So as you head down the staircase, you can hear who you presume is Rose on the harp, just sort of music starting to play, and you can hear a little bit of chatter down there. I don't need to roll for that. Yeah, she's good.
Nice.
But you can tell through the muffled doors. Richard is in his customary seat. He's just sort of sitting there, almost dozing. He's sitting by the front door, indoors, sort of arms crossed, sort of head down, just sort of, taking a break, I guess, resting for the moment. But he's got himself in position there. And Madame Beatrice is coming out of her room at the same time as your guys are coming down the stairs. So you end up both coming down opposite stairs and meet in the middle of the middle of the stairs for the final staircase down. Let me look you all over. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. Well, I hope you're all prepared for this evening now. It looks like you are going to enjoy yourselves now. It will be an experience for you, I suspect. And I hope a pleasurable one. If you stay open-minded, and you will learn how the rest of the world lives. No longer in your ivory towers, shall we say? I am excited. You should be too. Please smile for me. Always smile.
Don't tell Rosalind that.
Well, I am, if you come with me, I'm going to go downstairs and talk to everyone before we open the front of the house and accept our clientele for the evening. We should have some special guests have arranged themselves, as well as the more normal clientele that come from the docks, etc., from around Radcliffe and other areas. Come with me. She's walking very tall and proper at the moment. She heads down the stairs, sort of opens up the main doors, pushes them both open. They sort of click into place on some sort of brass latch on either side that's been set up. Well, my little squirrels, it is time again. I hope you are all rested. We're ready to entertain our guests. Please make our new visitors comfortable tonight, and they are not wearing the rose, so please make sure clientele keep their hands to themselves, as always, and if you need anything else, there is Richard at the door. We'll be bringing up snacks and such when as people arrive, because we always like to wine and entertain people in this regard. We owed ourselves above the rest in town to be we are the best, I think. And people come from as far away as Chelsea and Mayfair, and as well as the local area. So we can expect good times tonight. Well, I will be here. I'll be hovering around when I am not entertaining clients of my own. So be on your best behavior, girls. And now I am talking to you at the table, not just everyone. The rest of you girls do not behave at all, because that is what we are here for, is it not? As she walks past all of you, she sort of just gives you a little. She sort of runs her finger down your jaw. Lovely. And you, and she sort of runs her finger up to give you a better posture. Remember to stand up straight. And yes, you look lovely with your new makeup. It is very mystique, as they say.
Thank you.
You are welcome. So we have staff who will bring food around, and you are welcome to help yourself. Just remember, enjoy yourselves, and let this education be a night to remember. Do not look so scared. It will be fun, I promise. You have a question?
You say people as far as Mayfair?
Oui. We entertain some of the richest men in London.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is Hyde Park just next to Mayfair?
Oui.
Thank you.
Is there something the matter?
I was just wondering.
Okay. Well, yes, let us enjoy ourselves, shall we not? And I am excited to see how you handle yourselves. And then she turns, walks out, and goes over to speak to Richard. And they sort of have a quiet conversation of just talking about whatever. You can't overhear them.
I doubt you need to worry. He would never come to an establishment such as this. From what I've known of him, he seems to be absolutely set on propriety and has never shown any interest in
Yes,
the
I'm
sort
sure
of
that's why many
bohemian.
ladies call it his door, Rosalind.
Well, yes, because of his charity work. Well, I doubt of all the places in London and all the engagements he could have that he would end up here. And
Well, we better hope not.
yes. Well, I suppose you better take your first pick of the food.
Is the food out yet?
Not yet.
No,
There is some.
I didn't
There's,
say that then.
there's some wine out. The girls and boys of the house all sort of have a small glass each, and they're sort of sitting around chatting with each other. They beckon you over to join them. They make some extra room with seats. There's a lot of seats, obviously.
Because of the glasses of wine, I realised that I've not actually tried wine yet. So I am going to drink some, but I'm very cautious that I want to be... I feel out of my depth here, so I'm going to take like small sips.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing, just a very small glass, just for like a bit of bravery and
Yeah.
Oh, does Rosalind like wine, remind me?
Not really, but
Tends
like
to.
she likes a little bit, like to feel like a lady. Yeah.
So yeah.
Talia's obviously just drinking wine.
Yeah. Yeah, it tastes good. It's good wine.
Rosalind likes it more than some other wines she's had then.
For you, obviously, it's quite sour and bitter and another surprising taste, but better than the gin you had earlier.
Okay, fair enough.
It's a learning experience.
Yep.
In time, there are knocks at the door, and people start to enter. The first is a group of sort of semi-rowdy but respectful men, and you recognise some of them from the docks. Oh, that's fine. You recognise them. They're sort of men from the docks that have all come along. There's 5 of them. They kind of got their best clothes on. They take their hats off as they come in. They sort of greet Madam Beatrix with a little bow and stuff.
I do my best to like keep my back to them and try and make so they can't see me too much.
Sure. None of them are the ones you worked with, but they were sort of around you and you recognise their faces. They all make their way into the room. And as they come in, they're like, "Hey!" sort of thing. And the girls get up. So the 3 girls get up and they sort of they guide the men over and put them down in chairs, and they sort of start like running their hands over them, putting legs over them, getting really chatty and close to them. One guy sort of lays down on a chaise lounge, and and Lulu lays next to him. Is just sort of talking to him and stroking his arms and his chest. Then some food starts to come out. There's fresh grapes come out on a tray, and the men are being fed grapes, and they're drinking wine. And there's lots of chat and laughter. One guy puts his hand up one of the girls. You haven't met her yet, so there's the 3rd woman that you haven't spoken to yet. She's got a dark, long, curly hair, very similar to yours actually, and is wearing quite sort of dark makeup. She looks like she's possibly Spanish. She's sitting there, and one of these sailors has his hand up her skirt.
Do I notice that?
Make a perception check.
3.
You don't.
Okay.
I guess the angle's just wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe there's another chair that's sort of blocking your view there. But she's very much enjoying that, or at least is being paid to. Some of the others are sort of kissing. and all sorts. It's that pre-stage of just jollies and laughter. A few breasts get fondled.
I go take my pick of the food.
Mm-hmm.
Just,
Sure.
a small amount of what looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the first time Rosalind has really been in a social situation and not known what to do or like what's expected. So, yeah, just kind of awkwardly hanging out and like, have some grapes, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking my wine.
One of the sailors that has not had the pleasure, because they're outnumbered, because there's only 3 women here, but 5 men have come in. He sort of notices you beyond the sort of central area, so he comes over. Oh, I see Madam Beatrice has got some fresh meat in. Pleased to meet you.
Pleasure.
My name's Reg, and I'd love to take one of you upstairs for a good time.
We're not available.
Not available? Oh, you're not wearing the rose. Oh, and at the same point, John comes over, Jonathan. Yes, these girls are our guests, but they are not your guests this evening, I'm afraid. Please do treat them with the utmost respect, and they are absolutely here to entertain you, but only to within the degree of conversation, I'm afraid. All right, well, I mean, the other boys are busy. Conversation then, I guess. What have we met? We look familiar. Interesting outfit. That's what I like about this place. There's always something new and different. So, what's your girls' names?
Esther?
Esther. Lovely. Lovely to meet you, Esther. Really lovely. Lovely.
Nellie.
Nellie. A pleasure. Gives you a awkward bow. And you are?
Anna.
Anna. Lovely. Really lovely. Yeah. Lovely. And what brings you to Madam Beatrice's?
We're guests stopping over for a short time.
I see. Nice. Nice. Yeah.
Are any of the people who work, like, are any of the men who work here watching us?
As in Zach, Thomas, and Jonathan? Yeah, they're sort of hanging around.
Can I try and, like, get one of them to come over subtly?
Yeah, make a performance check.
Give me anything else.
Okay, make a performance check.
12.
Cool. Yeah, you catch Zach's attention and sort of signify, and he flows over in his Willy Wonka outfit, his sexy Wonka outfit. Well, girls. Are we having a good time? You've introduced yourself to this fine young man, Reginald, wasn't it? Well, I prefer Reg, actually. Oh, Reg it is then. Yes. Can I get you something to drink or eat, Reg? Nord? Yeah, I guess some beer, if you've got it, would be great. Yes, well, come with me then. He puts his arm around it. Come with me and I'll find you the finest ale we can. He's sort of yeah, okay, yeah, I'll come with you guys. Yeah, and floats off, takes you away.
Was he staring at my tits that whole time?
The whole time.
Okay.
If I was staring at your tits, he was staring at your tits. There was very little eye contact.
He was delightful.
Quite. And
Yes.
I pull my reticle tight to me.
You seem to think he knew you.
Yes, he was one of the men working on the ship.
Yes, your day of work. How could I forget?
Yes. Though we didn't really speak much.
Yes, he did not seem to truly recognise you.
No. But then he was surely distracted, wasn't he?
So the evening goes on. Some other women appear in similar states of attire. A couple more girls, and Lulu explains that it's not just them that work there. They live there, but some other girls from just around the area can often come and work there for like a cut of and the house takes like a cut of their fee, that sort of stuff. And the harp's playing. People are drinking. People, start to disappear to rooms upstairs. So starts to be a lot of back and forth. A few women appear and go off with the men, as in Zach and I'll call them the boys, because why not? So yeah, the whole thing, and you're sort of just kind of left, I guess, sort of standing in the corner a lot of the time, feeling awkward. People will engage you in conversation now and then. Within, I guess, about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, things are sort of, the whole thing starts to take on more of a party environment than a sort of what you might coming
party
and going.
in a sense that we have never experienced a party before.
Yes, this is much more.
Not like parties we would know.
No, there is no organised dancing. There is food and drink and laughter and some game playing. I mean, there's a little dancing, but not like line dance type thing. Yeah. So like people will get up and dancing with the girls and just being silly and stuff. There is a growing sense of nudity as the women are more sort of, the breasts are just out. This like dresses get undone at the top and they're just sort of showing off their breasts. Men are fondling them, and then there's giggling and running off and all this sort of stuff. Probably interject whenever you want, otherwise I'm just going to keep going through the whole evening.
I think the minute that there's like public nudity, Rosalind is leaving the room.
Okay.
I will follow.
Cool. So
I'm a bit distracted. I've realised that I've never seen a pair of breasts before. Whoa. Well, other than my own, of course. But yeah, I'm a bit. And then after a while, I realise, oh, I'm alone, and I leave.
Okay. So here's what you don't see.
I am standing in the hallway though.
Oh, you're just going into the other room?
Yeah, Rosalind hasn't gone back downstairs. Like, I'm just, like, in a bit of a shocked panic, have gone out to stand in the hallway.
I tried to...
It's just, quite a bit more than I expected, but I know I should have expected such things, I suppose, if this is a place to be free of society, but I
you know, lots of people can, it's, never mind.
I think I shall just stay out here for a moment, and yes.
Things are beginning to eat up, are they not? Are you feeling a little out of your depth, Rosalind?
Sorry, I know that I just do not know what to expect, and I am just quite taken aback. I've never... Yes, so I'm sorry, I know it's terribly... It's probably silly of me.
No, not at all. This is a new experience for you, is it not? A new world opening up before your eyes.
Yes, and I think I don't quite understand what it is that's happening.
Well, if you wait around just a little longer, I think you might very clearly understand what it is we do here.
I see.
If you would like to. This is an house of education.
It's not like any education I have known before.
No, I doubt it is.
Very well then. I shall stay.
Wonderful. Shall we all head back in? I am expecting a very special client for myself soon, so I will be entertaining them for perhaps 2, maybe 3 hours up the stairs.
Special?
Yes. We have not just clientele from the docks, as I tell you, from Radcliffe, but we have people from all over, and I have my own special clients who always come for what it is that I can do for them, as well as what the girls also can do for them also.
What?
Very well. Shall we? Have you had enough to eat and drink? A little extra wine might settle your nerves, make you more comfortable.
Yes,
Perhaps.
thank you.
Thank you.
Rosalind's going having another glass.
Mm-hmm.
So is Taya.
So am I.
How fast do you drink these glasses of wine?
Mine's gone.
Cool. And then she shepherds you all back into the room, and sort of makes herself a sort of presence in the room as she sort of goes around, laughing and talking with various people that are there. At one point, a woman arrives in sort of very normal upper class clothing, but is wearing a sort of a dark mask to sort of disguise who she is. You can roll a perception check, I suppose, but that's just a way for me to then say you don't recognise her anyway.
12.
Yeah, you don't recognise her. You never did. But and she heads over to the dark Spanish-looking girl, and they have a quiet conversation in the corner. They sit down together, and you notice that they start kissing.
So I notice, or am I rolling to see if I notice?
Yeah, you'll notice because you're all sort of taking in everything at this point, I guess. Yeah, and just more is going on. At one point, some more music starts to appear, so that you've got Rose on the harp, but one of the sailors knows how to play the fiddle, and he sort of is playing a more upbeat tune, and there's some singing that goes along with it. The men are sort of singing along that are there. Yeah. And the party sort of continues with various people coming and going from the establishment.
Is there any time that Zach is alone?
Zach seems to be fairly busy. He's only ever in the room for almost just a few minutes before he's off with another man. But you can catch him in between some of his clients.
I just have a very quick question.
Of course.
You said that lots of women would like how I look. How would I know?
How would you know if they like your look? Well, I suppose you just have to put yourself out there.
Okay, thank you.
Has someone here caught your eye? Okay. Well, that's one of mine, so I've got to go again.
And I go back and join these guys.
Sort of past midnight, I guess, if you're still there, is when it really reaches its top debauchery level. And this is where there's open sex around kind of everywhere. In the main room, there's some people sort of on the stairs, upstairs in some of the rooms. So the very first time that happens, it's Rose has been playing the harp while topless, and one of the sailors has been sitting there fondling away, blah blah blah. We'll gloss over the details. Anyway, she finishes playing, and she's the first one that starts, and there.
Rosalind has left the room again.
Cool. You leave the room to the main entrance hall, which is where you see two more people going at it. And they're actually, because it's funny, they're having sex on the stairs that you would like to take down to your room.
I have followed. Is it a man and a woman?
Yes.
Is there anywhere else I can go that's like away from the sex, but like?
You can certainly try. You go upstairs, I suppose.
Rosalind is just walking away every time there's a thing.
Okay. Yeah, you're like a ping pong ball at this point. Yeah, you because doors are open to various bedrooms downstairs. So if you're like heading towards the kitchens, which would be the sort of, because you can't get down to the basement, so you head towards the kitchens, but there's a couple of rooms there, and someone's having sex in the hallway. If you head up,
I'm following her. Are any of these couples we see two women?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. When you, in your sort of panic as you get faster and faster, and you run upstairs, you're thinking, "Oh, Madame Beatrice, she'll
Help.
She'll help." You get to you knock on her door, but just go straight in your panic. If I may do that for you.
Yeah.
So you fling the door open, not even thinking that someone might be, preoccupied. And that's where you find Madame Beatrice with this, I don't know, just a beautiful blonde woman, blah blah blah, and they're wrapped around each other, and you arrive serendipitously at the exact moment of orgasm as this as Madame Beatrice brings this woman to a fabulous orgasm. She locks eyes with you, with her hands and legs sort of wrapped and clawing at her head. This woman locks eyes with you, and has a orgasm right in front of you.
I pull Rosalind away and shut the door. And I guess we just keep walking to try and find anywhere else.
Sure. Yeah, you check a few more rooms carefully and you find a empty one.
While this is all happening, I'm just at the food table.
You're just sitting there.
Yeah.
Watching.
Well, I don't think I'm watching per se. I think I'm making glances, but for the most part, I am just keeping my eyes on my drink, keeping my eyes on my food. Just if anyone comes up to me, I politely talk to them, and that's it.
Cool. Yeah, you're just sitting in a room with loads of people having sex.
Yep.
I get that.
Drinking tea.
No.
No.
Wine. Is there a window in the room that we're in?
Yeah.
Go over to it. Does it open?
Yes, there's a latch and
Okay,
stuff.
I open it and I just stand by the fresh air.
I just sort of, I've closed the door, but I'm like staying right next to the door. Are you okay?
I just don't understand what was happening or what.
Come sit down.
Go and sit very tentatively on the edge of the bed.
I will do the same, but like kind of apart. What? I don't know if I can help.
Yes. But you and Agatha knew what was to happen. Is that what Agatha was doing earlier when she...
Agatha may have intended that, but that's not what she did. She simply lay.
I see. And this is what the house is for.
Yes.
This is what they do every night.
As far as I know.
I just don't understand.
What don't you understand?
I think... I think I want to speak to Madame.
She seemed a little preoccupied.
Yes, she did. I can wait. I don't want to go back out there.
Okay.
I just don't understand.
Okay.
But if you... However did you and Agatha come to know what was happening? We've all had the same education, have we not? I suppose your father always did.
No, it was not my father.
It doesn't seem like him.
The person who Edwin.
What? My brother Edwin. But he can't. He does things like that.
He doesn't come to places like this.
Well, I should hope there are no places like this in Bledlow. But people do that then outside of places like this.
Well, yeah, yes. It's what people who are married do.
And Edwin has been doing it unmarried and has told you about it.
Rosalind, I don't know if I can tell you. It will change things.
Right. Well, then perhaps you shouldn't. And Agatha, I suppose, perhaps learned some other way, or
perhaps Albert told her.
Yes,
Yes, I suppose it is different for everybody. I doubt Archibald would ever.
Rosalind, I
feel so stupid.
No. I would not have known anything if I hadn't. I think some people, and not everyone here, because it is not the same for most people. Some people might know that they would never be happy with the person that they marry.
I see.
Some people can't marry people who would make them happy.
Yes.
And
they come to places like this to...
Sometimes they find someone.
And you believe Edwin found somebody he liked like that?
Perhaps.
And what, he told you of this? Or I know the two of you have been closer since, but...
I accidentally saw them.
I see. Well, that must have been quite a shock for you.
Yes, I was rather confused.
I can't believe him. I can, of course I can, but I don't know what to think of any of it. I've never... And there's something that all married couples are doing.
Most of them, I think. It is supposedly how you get pregnant.
What?
Well, I don't know.
Well, I suppose...
But that is only a risk.
Well, how did the girls here not get pregnant?
I don't know. I did ask. But it is only a risk if a woman is with a man.
I think... I don't know. I suppose it will be going on all night.
That is my guess.
And Madame, I doubt will be free then.
No, she has a special guest coming.
Yes. Perhaps.
Well, let's hope it's not who we don't want it to be.
Talia, he would not. Absolutely not.
I'm sure.
He's a very respectable man. But
Edwin is also a very respectable man.
yes, but Edwin is Edwin. Well, and but then men of our society do things like this, and
I think, and I do not know for sure, but I can imagine the people of our society, many would not be happy in a marriage. It is not custom for us to marry for love.
no. I think Forgive me, Taya, but I think I need to speak to somebody who knows more about all of this.
It's just that I think they're all busy.
Yes. Oh, we should not have left Agatha. I hope she is all right. We ought to go to check on her, really, I suppose.
At this point, I realised that I'd been left alone. So I stayed at the food table for a little bit, poured myself another glass of wine, and then I left the room and I'm sat in the hallway. I'm sat.
Next to the two people on the stairs.
Oh, are they there? I'm faced away from them. And
roll a constitution check for me.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's a 1 then.
Cool. Yeah, sort of, I would say at this sort of time you find yourself feeling in quite a sort of low mood. A bit tired, a bit exhausted, but also just kind of a bit of a depression falling on you.
Okay.
That's all.
Rosalind, What? I just want to... It doesn't matter. Let's go find Agatha.
Alright.
Or you can stay in here if you want, and I'll go find her.
All right then. Thank you. I just Yes. If it is a clear path back to our room, do come and let me know.
I nod, and I leave. Shut the door behind me. Wait a minute. Head back down the stairs and sort of head back towards the lounge area. And I assume spot her on the way?
Yeah, spot on the stairs, and that's where we'll take a break.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Rainbow Dice Club.
We are an all-queer, narrative-driven action play podcast.
Telling a collaborative story in a homebrew world using the basis of D&D 5e.
Emphasis on the homebrew.
An emphasis on the collaboration.
Absolutely, but before we get into that, let's introduce ourselves. My name is Ariana, my pronouns are she, her, and I play Alara Spindlespark, whose pronouns are also she, her.
My name is Dusty. My pronouns are she, they, and I play Ivy Nightbreeze Tinkerfay, whose pronouns are she, her.
My name is Wayra. My pronouns are she, they, and I play Varys, whose pronouns are he, they.
Now, you may be asking, where's the GM?
This is the collaboration part.
Indeed it is. See, because you've already met the GM.
It's all three of us.
Join us as we collaboratively weave this tale.
But let the dice inevitably decide our destiny.
And we're back.
Hi.
Apparently there was a required costume change during the break.
Well, we thought it would
There
be
was.
well received.
Yes.
Yes.
We also just happened to have
All these
of
things.
the clothes.
Nigel. So, where were we? Yes, Nigel had just arrived.
No.
Agatha is sat in the hallway.
Sat on the
depressed.
stairs.
Feeling sad. Rosalind is
in a room freaking out.
And Talia is moving from freaking out Rosalind towards
Yeah.
depressed Agatha.
Yeah, what? No, did you not? I thought you went with her.
I'm
No.
staying
Oh, you're
in
by
the
yourself,
room
okay.
by myself.
So you are literally behind Agatha walking down the stairs. You've locked eyes on the back of her head.
Are you sat on the stairs?
I thought I was just sat on the floor, like by the stairs.
I mean, I guess you could. I just think that would be a weird place to sit. I feel like you'd be more comfortable sitting on the stairs. But you can just
Well, there were
literally...
people shagging on the stairs.
No, I see people on the stairs going down into the basement, but I thought you were just going to sit on like the main stairs.
Oh, go on then. Yeah. All right, that's where I am.
Okay, well, that was a loud swallow. Sorry.
In my head, you're like the arm things, the handrails.
Banister.
The banister is there. You're sitting there, and you're just watching the two people having sex right next to you. I feel like you're probably on the opposite side, but it would be funny if you were just right next to them.
That's not what I'm doing.
I know. Begin.
Okay, so I'm heading down the stairs and I see Agatha. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Yes. We found an empty room. Rosalind's waiting in there.
You're talking over the sounds of the couple getting louder and louder.
All right. I think I'd better retire.
To where we found.
Yes.
Because we can't get to our room at the moment. Come on then. And I'll head back upstairs. Assuming you follow.
Yeah.
Back up to the room we're in. And I'll give like a slight knock and then open it.
I'm just as you left me.
It's just us. Go in. Shut the door behind us. How did you know?
Know what?
You knew what went on here and what it was and
Well, there are some things in the Bible that I did not understand, and Albert elaborated.
I see.
And well, yes, that's how. He always told me not to tell anyone that I knew that it was unbecoming, but yes.
What?
He always said though that, well, it's sinful to do outside of a marriage.
Yes, I had always thought it was sinful to hold affections for others when you were married. And I suppose this is an elaboration of that. But everyone here seems to think it perfectly ordinary.
Well, perhaps they tire of high society.
Perhaps they just don't believe everything they are told.
I wonder how long till we can go back to our room.
Yes, I should hate to be in here when somebody requires this room.
Yes, I had not thought of that.
I do wonder who Madame Beatrice's special guest is.
Yes.
Did she say how long it was going to be before that person arrived?
She said in an hour or two, so they may already be there. May have been and gone. I don't know.
Well, if she said, I would have, been looking.
I suppose we could go back downstairs and look. Well, can we... So we're in a room that's, on its way to the room Madame Beatrice was in with the woman we saw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So would we be able to hear if that door opened, and if they came out?
Probably. There's a lot of doors opening and closing, and a lot of noise in various
But,
doors.
we don't think we've heard Madame Beatrice leave the room she was in yet, is what I'm asking.
Make a perception check.
3.
13.
Oh no, that's 9, 10.
No. You haven't really heard the sounds of any doors that you could pick out as being that door. Last time you saw her, she was doing something.
Yes.
Oh, you don't need me to.
No.
Because she was
And
with a.
Agatha is unaware of this.
Well, I suppose whoever the special guest is might already be here.
I suppose that is possible.
I don't suppose it could be anyone who would know us or recognise us, but if we were to look, we should try to be careful just in case.
It seems rather unfair
What does?
that people are allowed to live as they please while we have to not. I know it's a lot and it's nothing that any of us have ever seen before, and I know that we don't understand and it's all so much, but it seems terribly unfair that we're never allowed to do anything. And that's coming from me, and I'm allowed to do an awful lot. Why should these people be able to live the life that they want?
I don't know. I don't know.
I've spent such a long time feeling so uncomfortable in all the places we've ever been to. This is the first time somebody's looked at me and not thought that I was weird or out of place. It is strange. Sorry.
No, it's... I feel like I can understand. I've spent my entire life being told to live by a set of rules that if I don't follow, I'm destined for eternal damnation. And since coming to London, I've realised that
I don't feel any different. In fact, I feel freer. I don't feel scared to step out of line anymore.
I just get up and walk back to the window where I was when I first was in there, and I'm just going to stand again with the air there.
Dreamed of adventures. This is not what I thought they would be.
I always read about them in books. But yes. Terribly different.
Quite.
Perhaps we can... Perhaps they'll have moved from the stairs now.
Oh, we can check.
Or we can... I don't know. I don't suppose there is a way of being able to figure out if whoever it was who was coming is here or not. And
We can try and look carefully.
I don't know whether it's
without going
best
in.
to not know or whether it's best. I don't want us to be seen if it is somebody who could recognise us.
Yes.
Would there be a logbook of regulars?
Can't answer that.
Oh, okay.
You have seen logbooks at White's though.
But we're
I
not
know
at
they-
White's.
I know, I'm just saying, like, you know they exist at establishments.
Oh.
Well, it is up to you. We can stay in here until we can no longer, or until it is completely quiet.
I think
Or-
I would rather leave now of our own volition than be found by
Yes.
people.
Okay. So we leave.
Mm-hmm.
Head back.
Yeah, you start heading down the stairs, and yeah, the people that have been blocking the stairs before no longer seem to be there. Just a wet patch on the floor instead.
Is there any way, like, do we pass the main room? Like, could we sort of look and glance inside?
Yep, that's right there in the main hallway.
Okay, can I try and subtly do that?
And
Sure.
me.
And me.
Okay, so
Perception
first make a stealth check because you said subtly.
Ooh, 19.
And that 20.
Nice.
19 plus whatever my plus is.
10.
Cool. So a couple of you pop your heads around, and nobody really notices you. You can make a perception check now.
11.
Cool.
22.
3.
And you guys just see a cacophony of shocking bodies in all states of array, and there's oils, there's body sweat. It's really quite overwhelming.
Can I see the couple from earlier?
There were multiple couples at this point. You remember, yeah, the woman in the mask seems to be in another corner right now. Yeah.
Okay.
She's standing. Someone else is not standing.
Okay.
People are over the backs of armchairs and sofas, and someone's on the floor.
And what does Agatha say?
With my 22.
I mean, Agatha sees the same
Agatha
things, but it's
sees
a little more analytic about the whole thing. Yeah, you sort of notice who's with who, but nothing particularly stands out to you other than this is just a large group of people doing what they came here to do.
Madam B's not there. There's no very posh looking people.
Nope, she's not there.
Are there any of the halls that we know who are like not in, or like have a free minute?
I mean, they're all busy, but you could probably like wave to one of them. Not like this, but you know, you can make a motion that you might want to speak to one of them.
I don't think she's gonna do that. She wants to ask about Madam B. She's not gonna do that. No, Rosalind just sort of like moves back away from the door.
The harp's not being used.
Yeah, Rosalind's not going to play the harp right now.
Is Richard waiting by the door?
Yeah.
So he's not busy. We can go speak to him.
Yeah, he's just standing around. You've seen him throw a few people out during the night that have had a little bit too much to drink, got a little bit too handsy or whatever.
I sort of gestured towards him subtly.
I'm gonna sneeze.
At you.
And let's cut that out.
We will actually edit that out.
Right, so we go up to Richard.
Girls,
Good evening.
good evening. Having a good time? It's different, isn't it? It's a bit of fun. No one's been bothering you, have they? Don't you worry, I'll sort them out if they are.
I was wondering if you knew when Madam Beatrice might be available.
Oh, probably not till morning now. She's upstairs with her special guest.
I see.
And they usually spend the night.
Do you think, is there a way of being alerted when they're gone?
I mean, best thing is just to wait till brunch. That's a thing we came up with. It's halfway between lunch and breakfast.
Oh,
Little play on words.
I see.
What makes her special guest so special?
I think that she's just rich.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Well, we should retire then, I suppose.
And I guess we head off back to our room. Well, at least we know that her special guest is not who we worried it was.
We'll wait till morning then.
Oh, yes, I suppose we do.
Rosalind just goes and sits down on her bed.
What are you thinking?
You don't suppose our fathers ever came here?
Agatha!
We're here.
Yes, but Papa would never do such a thing.
No, I don't think my father would.
I just...
As you look up on the wall of the list of the, you know how like pizza places have all the famous people?
Not canon.
Not canon. It's just their names in the logbook.
I just thought if they had, then perhaps someone might know them.
I mean, we could ask, but I don't think that they... No, I cannot speak for anyone else's, but I do not believe my father would come to a place
my
like
papa
this.
would never.
You know, I don't really know what to do with myself now.
I suppose we go to sleep and wait till morning.
Yes. I'm just like making a point of like lying on my bed, even though I'm very clearly like not in a state to be sleeping. Just so that I'm like like Rosalind is removing herself like from the conversation and the company.
Are you on the top bunk or the bottom bunk?
The bottom one.
Not that it matters. Just curious.
Taya is like staring at her journal because normally when she feels like this she would write in her journal, but now she doesn't have one. So she's sort of stood. Is it still on the vanity?
Yeah, sure.
And she just sort of sits at the vanity just like looking at it. After a while, gets agitated, paces up and down, climbs up into her bed, lies there for a bit. She's generally doing that for a while.
Cool. Yeah, throughout all of this, you just hear sounds of laughter and heavy footsteps on wood, rhythmic banging from beds and other things that can bang, like people. Groans and moans and laughter and all the sounds of a good party. And if you don't fall asleep, then I guess...
Yeah, Rosalind's taking disadvantage for like the next day for sure.
You hear, the sounds slowly become less, not quieter, just less of them, less and less. You hear the front door open and close
Talia also doesn't sleep.
numerous times.
I drift in and out of sleep.
You hear a raised voice now and then from Richard, and some thuds, and you can surmise he must have thrown another rowdy customer out. And I guess slowly the sky turns from, or the window I should say, because it's only small, the small window lighting your room goes from pitch black to a sort of slate grey to a pale colour, and the room slowly starts to light up again as the sounds die down to eventual silence. Probably as the sun's coming up, the last of the sounds, the door closes one more time. You hear latches and bolts on the door. And you can imagine that that's kind of the end of this evening, which is actually now morning. Agatha, it's like 6:15 in the morning.
So I lay there for a bit, sort of waiting for another, like if there's any more sounds that are going to come. And then when they don't, I get up, leave the room, go back to where Richard would be. Is he there?
How quickly did you leave after you had the latches of the door?
Like a few minutes.
No.
Okay, I'm going to look around for him for a bit.
Okay.
If you sort of wander in and out very carefully before I go into any...
If you're wandering the halls, at one point you walk around a corner and you both bump into each other. Oh! Oh, Rosalind, what are you still doing up? I'm just doing the rounds, making sure everything's locked up.
Oh, sorry, it's probably far too early. I was just... No, never mind.
As you wish.
When do you think brunch will be?
Probably 11, maybe 12.
Oh, and Madame Beatrice will not be
I shouldn't
available
imagine.
until then.
No, I shouldn't imagine so.
All right.
She takes her time with this client quite seriously.
I know you've just gone to the trouble of locking up, but do you think I could possibly just go outside for a few moments? Just for some air?
I guess it's not a prison, but don't be too long, because I don't want to stay up too much longer. It's been
I'm sorry.
long night.
Yes. Thank you.
Sure. Come on then. He takes you back to the front door, which he unbolts, opens. You can step out into that small front garden. He just sort of stands there in the doorway with sort of one shoulder on the closed door and the other open door leaning against his other shoulder. So he's a door wedge.
I just stand out there and I just take some deep breaths in of the air.
Mm-hmm.
Is the sun rising yet?
No. It's still it's dawn.
Pre-dawn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's light, but the sun's not up.
Yeah.
It's just that slate grey sky that sort of lights up the whole area. Yeah, sure, the moon is off to your left.
Right. Just look at that.
It's like a half crescent.
And then after a few minutes, start to feel bad because of Richard, and go back inside.
Mm-hmm. He just quietly gets out your way, locks the door up again. Right, best get some rest.
Yes. And I just don't really want to go back to the room that we're all sharing.
Mm-hmm.
So I sort of have another little peer around into the common room bit, see if I can hear or see if there's any people in there.
It is empty. The embers of the fire are sort of just glowing there.
I'm just going to go and sit on one of the sofa-y chaise lounge things and just curl up there for a bit.
Mm-hmm. Cool. You lay your head against the side of this sofa and then quickly remove it when you feel the sort of wet dampness on your skin. I apologise for nothing.
And I'm just going to sit there for a bit.
Mm-hmm. Agatha, in your fitful in and out of sleep, as you sort of, you're lying there. It's one of those nights where you know that you must have fallen asleep because the night's gone too quickly, but at the same time you don't remember being asleep. Okay. But as you kind of consider it, you sort of then remember, oh no, wait, I was dreaming about that, wasn't I? And you sort of recall a couple of dreams you had. You remember one, you must have been a small child. You were sitting on your father's lap, and he was cleaning a gun and explaining to you what all the different parts were as he did it all. You were probably 3 or 4 years old or something, small enough that he was just sort of talking, not really thinking that you're paying attention, but you were, and it was going in. Another dream, you remember running around in the gardens on a spring day. There was lots of flowers, and you remember your mother calling to you, and she was angry. She was angry that you were outside, and so you were running. But it was that running in slow motion through sludge. You know what I mean? And you're not really sure how that dream ended. You just remember running from your mother, but not being able to get anywhere. The voice getting closer, and then you turn over at one point and it's dark, and then you turn over again and it's light, You turn over, you see Rosalind leaving the room. And then later it's lighter again. It's all just sort of... And you feel gross. Your eyes are a little bit like sandpaper. You've got a very dry mouth. And a bit of a tickle in the back of your throat.
Okay.
And you just laid there?
Yeah, and when I heard Rosalind get up and leave, I stayed still for a bit longer, got out of my bed, went over to my journal, opened it up, ripped a page out, wrote something on it with the ink and stuff that I have in my bag, waited for it to dry, folded it up and put it under Rosalind's pillow, and then got back into bed and just lay there.
Sure. Yeah, you lay there, eyes closed, I presume. Open, closed, and then, yeah, the dark room has slowly moved to grey. And eventually a sort of orange beam of light sort of shafts through, kind of lighting up, so that dust shaft that comes through. And you start to hear noises outside on the street. You can hear dogs, you can hear people shouting, you can hear chickens. I'm pretty sure you even heard a pig and maybe some sheep at one point. And wheels of carts. And that sort of builds up to a sort of early morning crescendo, I guess, at sort of 8, 9 o'clock, and then starts to die back down again to a more kind of low-key certain amount. And eventually the day sort of hits 11 a.m. and you start to hear some movements in the house.
I haven't gone back down, so I'm there when stuff starts happening.
Okay, so are you asleep? Or you think you're just...
I'm like more asleep than I was in our room, but I'm still like aware. You know, when you're like sort of half asleep, but you're still aware of like what's around you.
Cool.
Sorry.
Yeah, sort of, I guess around 11 o'clock then, there's actually a grandfather clock that has been keeping you up as well with the ticking and the ringing. So, and you're counting each ring as it goes, so you know it's 11 at this point. That's when a couple of people come into the room, and they're just, you can sort of hear them if you haven't opened your eyes, just quietly sort of tidying up, cleaning. You can hear some scrubbing of surfaces, wiping of fabrics and whatnot. If you open your eyes, you'll see just a couple of people you've not seen before, just a couple of sort of older women, maybe 40s, 50s, dressed very similarly to the sort of clothes you arrived in, and they're just quietly going about their business, cleaning up.
I after I sort of just listened for a little bit, open my eyes. I'm sorry, I'm probably in your way.
Oh, no, you're all right, love. Just, we'll work around you. No worries.
Thank you. I don't suppose you know if everyone is awake yet?
I mean, no, I don't think so. Richard let us in, but other than that, I haven't had a peep out of anyone.
Oh.
It's still pretty early.
Yes. I suppose.
Do you not have a room of your own?
Yes, I just couldn't sleep.
Right, well, don't you worry. We'll work around you.
Thank you. I sort of sit up a little bit more, but I'm still very, like, sleepy. Don't want to move. And, yeah, I'm still just waiting for everyone else.
It's probably not until maybe 1 in the afternoon that people actually come back to life. Sometime after midday, you start to hear the sounds of kitchen stuff going on. Plates clacking, fires being stoked, a voice sort of commanding the kitchen. Again, it's not one you recognise. And these sort of noises are sort of loud and sharp enough that they kind of go through the whole house. And people start coming alive and coming down into the lounge area. Zach is the first one down, actually. He comes down looking impeccable. All dressed up.
Okay.
Oh, good morning, Rosalind.
Good morning.
You're up early?
Yes, I always find it hard to sleep in new places.
But you did sleep?
Yes, well.
Good. Well, I'm going to go get some breakfast. I think we've got some eggs and toast.
Oh, lovely.
Maybe a little coffee?
Yes. I don't suppose everybody is awake now.
I think people are waking up, yeah.
I was really hoping to speak with Madame.
Right, I haven't seen her, but she usually joins us for breakfast, so it's a bit of a late one today. Normally we're up a bit earlier, but things went on quite late last night.
Yes. Well, I shall join you for breakfast then, if that is all right.
Wonderful, come this way. I see you changed your makeup.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was no fault of yours as an artist, but just personal taste.
Okay, good to know.
You are very skilled, far more so than any man I've ever met.
Oh, thank you.
Most men don't seem interested in these types of things.
Oh, well, most men aren't quite like us.
Yes.
Your friends?
I believe they are asleep. It was a long night for all of us, and we've all been quite exhausted these past days.
Of course. Well, let's go see what they've got in the kitchen, eh?
Yes.
So you head down across the hallway, down a little corridor around the back, find the kitchen. There's a sort of larger, older woman. It's very cliche. She's got a apron tied up around. She's got a rolling pin in one hand, you know, the usual. She turns to see you both. Oh, good morning. You're up at last. Right, what is it for you? Eggs, bacon?
Whatever you have, I would be grateful of.
Eggs and bacon, yeah. Got some bread. Could toast some of it up for you. Think we got some butter.
Yes.
All right, you have a sit down over there, and there's a sort of large, extra long kitchen table that people can sit at. And there's quite a bit of sort of cutlery and plates and stuff already out there. Some jugs of water, that sort of stuff. So you can sit down there while she's busy. You can.
I go sit, pour myself some water.
Yeah, and you enjoy the delicious smells of bacon frying on an iron pan. You can imagine that, right? Delish. Let's all take a moment to imagine. Okay. Yeah, the other two of you can you also hear these sort of sounds, these kitchen sounds, and you start to hear feet on staircases, and it's up to you what you do.
When I start hearing people, I'll get up and head upstairs to follow where I start seeing people going.
Sure. You get upstairs. A couple of the girls, just a few spaces ahead of you. It's Rose and the other one whose name you've still not got. Says, "Oh, you're up. You ready for breakfast? We all usually eat together. Talk about what we got up to last night. Share some stories. Have a little laugh. This is Diamond, by the way. And it's the long-haired, curly dark hair, slightly olive-skinned woman. Hi, we've not met, but I'm Diamond.
Nelly.
Great. Well, shall we? I'm famished. I quite worked up an appetite.
Talia's gone pink.
Cool. She noticed. Does she notice? Let's find out. Yeah. So yeah, you head also down the corridor to the kitchen. You see this woman there cooking. You see Rosalind sitting next to Zach at the table. A couple of plates are being brought over to them, set down on the table. The woman in the kitchen. Oh, ready? You hungry? Great. Have a seat. I've got plenty coming up. Bet you've all worked up an appetite, eh? Oh, hungover, I get it. Well, have a sit down, get some water in you. I'll probably put on some tea, maybe some coffee.
Coffee, please.
Right, you are. We got some.
Is the space next to Zach empty?
Yes.
I guess it next to him.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
At this point, I'm starting to wake up properly. I feel the tickle in the back of my throat. I clear it, and eventually get up and also head downstairs.
Cool, yeah.
Or upstairs. I don't
Upstairs.
know.
Upstairs.
Yep, sure. You head to the kitchen, same sort of thing happens, and then you all sit around. More and more people come down. Eventually, everyone's sort of there, and people are sort of coming back to life, laughing, sharing some stories, talking about this guy, he did this, he said that. They're very, very matter of fact. You're learning more during this breakfast conversation than you ever did last night. People are talking about what went where, what came out of who. Whether you finish your breakfast or not is really up to you, but people are...
Rosalind gets through like half her bread and then it's just no.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of like cold water being refilled.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, I can't go into all the details, but you can imagine them.
Yeah.
Does she come down?
Yeah, if that's... You're just waiting for her to
That's
come
what
down.
Rosalind's doing.
Mm-hmm. Then yeah, eventually, maybe half an hour later, Madame Beatrice enters the kitchen, I guess. It's not that large a house. But yeah, I mean, this kitchen is large enough to fit a bench table in that seats 10 people. She comes in looking her impeccable self, as always. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I hope you all had an eventful night and were very prosperous in your endeavours. I see. I guess so up as well. How was your night?
Different.
Different indeed. Did you learn anything new? The rest of the table are all quite quiet and just sort of staring at you guys, interested to see what your answers are. It's kind of gone quiet. There's just the sounds of kitchen work going on, like clacking and scrubbing and stuff. As I see Kat has got your tongue. Perhaps you need to still sleep on some of this new information. Have you all finished?
Yes, thank you.
Wonderful. Come with me.
I follow.
Mm-hmm.
So do I.
Mm-hmm. Cool. She leads you back to the main room that you've spent a lot of time in now. The fire's been stoked up a bit more. She takes a seat after sort of checking it. Lays a blanket over the seat that she sits in. Please sit down.
Okay.
So tell me, you have seen my house and what it is we engage in, and how does this sit with you?
There is a lot I still do not understand. I forget. I was wondering if I might have a word with you in private, if it's not too much trouble and when you're not busy.
Of course. We can perhaps go for a talk after this.
Thank you.
So, how about you all tell me something you learned last night?
How you get pregnant?
Yes. It is definitely one of the things you could learn here. Who wants to go next? Who wants to tell me something that they learned last night? Come on, don't be shy.
These clothes are much more comfortable than the ladies' clothes that we have to wear.
Well, I like my clothes, but it's important to wear clothes that are comfortable for you. These are Zach's, are they not? Very nice. If you are comfortable in them, I will make arrangements for some of your own. Esther? I think you are the most experienced out of all of them anyway, but I'm sure you learned something more.
I learned what wine tasted like.
Well done. You've never had wine before? Why is this?
Well, I've had communion wine, but
Ah.
it's quite different.
Yes, they always add a little honey or sugar, I think, to that. I would not know. It's been a long time since I have been in a church. I'm not exactly welcome. Very well. And what will you do today?
Well, perhaps once we have recovered a little from the night, we shall go back to our plans and continue our search.
Your search for your fathers? And what you have clues that lead you to Ratcliffe? That lead you to the rat's tail?
No.
No?
That part was unplanned.
Just a little side trip for fun, I suppose. I see. See, and you will, how will you keep yourself safe?
Well, I'm a lot tougher than I look.
Is that so? Well, perhaps I can see how tough you can be sometime.
Yes, I don't know how I would show you very well, but I won an arm wrestle against one of the men at the docks.
Did you? Make a persuasion check. It's -1.
Natural 20.
Nice. Really? Yes, you said that man gave you my name and sent you here, whose name I cannot remember off the top of my head.
Charles.
Charles, yes, you said Charles. I know Charles very well. Is he somewhat of a regular here? And if you have impressed him, you have impressed me, I think. Well. You seemed a little out of sorts last night. I knew it would be a shock for you, but I feel like these things cannot be, how you say, given to you slowly. I think better just to rip the band-aid off, if such a thing existed, which it does not. And then tonight will be a little easier, no? Interesting. Well, have you any questions for me? Was your bedroom comfortable?
Yes.
And you slept well? I see. That is to be expected. So, yes, any questions?
I think I should rather talk in private if that's all right.
Very well. And for you? Okay. Well, be about your days then, I suppose. Keep yourself safe. Keep me informed of where you go and what you do so that I can adequately offer my aid. And if you remain, we can have our private chat.
Thank you.
We'll wait for you.
Thank you.
So, what is it you wish to ask me about?
I've headed back to the kitchen
Mhm.
where everyone else is.
Yeah, I wait for them to leave. And is the door? Did you shut the door after you?
You came after me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Forgive me. First of all, I feel very embarrassed, and I feel I'm sorry if I offended you or anyone with my response. It was all quite a shock.
Yes, I am sure. It seems your education has been somewhat lacking in this respect.
Well, I think, from what I can understand, we are not supposed to know these things.
No, this can be the case with some people. They keep their children sheltered to more adequately control their behavior.
But
At least of the women, the men tend to do as they please.
Exactly. So, I think what I want to know is that men of all classes are doing such things often, and this is what they want, and they can do it.
The sex, you mean?
Yes.
Oh yes, most men love to fuck.
And you see, that's the thing. I thought I understood things quite clearly. I thought men have always liked me, and
yes, I can see why.
I'm not so foolish as people think. I know that part of that is because men like pretty girls, and I know that, but I've worked so hard, you see, my whole life to be everything that I thought I should be and everything that I thought they wanted me to be. And I now feel as though the rules were entirely different and I was playing along with a game I did not know I was part of. And forgive me, madame.
No, it's okay. Take your time.
It's all just a bit much. And now I think about how men have always treated me, and I think
You have been playing their game with their rules?
yes, and I thought that was the correct thing, and now
That is always what they want you to think. We also play their game, but we
it's
make up our
different.
own rules.
You know, and you're doing it in a way that serves you too, and I think it's suddenly become clear that it's never served me, even when I thought it did. I've always wanted to marry well, and I've always known I would, and I could, and although I suppose if word ever got back that I'd stayed here, that would not be the case anymore.
No, I imagine not. But for now, you're.
But
it is a secret.
It makes no sense. If men want this, and they like this, and yet we have been taught nothing of it.
We men are fragile creatures that they have these little tiny egos that are so quickly broken, and so they protect themselves by keeping women such as yourself ignorant and under their thumb.
I always thought men were so much stronger than us, and more clever, and it is not so.
No, I apologize. I should not laugh at you. Of course you would think these things, but no, men are no more clever than us. Men are Men are often far more stupid, especially when you have your penis in their hand, other way around. Yeah, then they become like something, how you say, ox. You have to learn a man's weak points and how to massage them.
I see. And but it wasn't just men. There were women who came here
Oui.
as guests.
Mm-hmm.
And they could do as they pleased.
Oui.
I just that felt very opposite to everything I have ever known.
There are many men and women who prefer the company of the same sex.
And I always thought that was... But it's not allowed, is it? It's not...
No.
They come here for it because it's not right. You can't do that anywhere else.
No, it is. They come here because society does not allow them to do it elsewhere. That does not mean it is wrong. It just means it is it's just not allowed. But not allowed is not the same as not right.
I suppose that's true.
Anything here that happens between consenting people and feels good is right as far as I am concerned.
I see. It's just... I never even thought it was possible. To think that it is, and forgive me, but is this not all sin?
What is sin? If you move to a country far away where they have different rules for different things, is it still a sin there? If you move to darkest Africa where people walk around with no clothes on whatsoever, is that a sin?
I suppose not.
They do not believe so.
I've never thought about it like that before.
But dear, it is a sin because men who say it is a sin say it is a sin. It is like circular logic. And I don't care for your circular logic.
Well, I suppose I see what you mean. Ever since we left, things have felt different.
You have begun to unleash your shackles and see the world more as it is rather than as you are told it should be, no?
It does feel like things matter less. Like I've been able to do things that I never would have done at home, but I'm still... The others seem to find it so much easier than I do. And I know... Never mind.
You will find here down in the slums, there are many rules that we do not need to live by, that people from your background have always held to be in such high esteem, for no other reason than to pat each other on the back, I guess.
Yes. But people of my class do those things too.
Oui. They are the biggest hypocrites I know, but they're also rich, so why not?
I suppose. I've just never thought about any of it like that before.
We are given very little as women in our lives, and one thing we have is our bodies. And in this house, we have learned to use what we are given and make our own way in the world?
Yes.
Because they do not want us to have anything else.
Well, I am sure I still have a lot to learn, but you know, I don't know what will happen. I can't ever imagine going back now. I think things will be very different. I'm sorry I've taken up a lot of your time, and
No, it is okay. I did not realize that you would be so shocked by the events, but I think it will be good for you.
Perhaps.
If you are to spend time in Ratcliffe
Yes.
and get to know how the real world works,
Yes.
there is no better place, no safer place than here.
I think I would like to know at least. Because at the moment it feels as though everything I thought I knew and everything I thought I was is just a little bit off from what it actually is. And I fear I've wasted so much time.
You are still so young. I think now is the perfect chance for you to spread your wings. You have not wasted time when you were just you were 19, 20, 18. See, you have all the time in the world still. I am 44 years old. Would you believe?
You look much younger.
Oh, thank you. You were just saying that. You were trained to say that.
No, I mean it. Perhaps I would be trained if I was saying it to a man.
Perhaps. Now, you say you think you cannot go back ever?
No, I just haven't thought about it. I am sure we will. I'm sure we'll find them and go home. But this is what I mean. It's not just the time I've wasted, but when we go back, it is to the same world with the same rules and...
Yeah, but now you know the rules.
I suppose.
And you can work between them. And do you think if you were to go back to this world, you could act just as if everything was normal, as if you had never been here? You could act the perfect woman for these people?
I don't know. That sounds like the type of thing I'd be good at, but I suppose I would have to find out.
If you knew you were just acting, but you had large goals in mind, perhaps you could accomplish who knows what.
Perhaps. Thank you.
And I thank her again in like perfect French, like very elaborately.
Sure, she smiles, replies in French. And you go on your merry way.
I shall let you be about yourself. I'm sure you're a busy woman.
Very well. Yes, if you leave the house today, just be careful. Let us know where you are going. And,
Yes.
Yes, keep an eye out for any trouble you may have got yourself into at the Rat's Tail, Tale.
Yes. I'll go then.
Very well. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you.
And Rosalind? I think you did good.
Thank you.
I nod leave. I just stand in the hallway for a moment because I'm still sort of realizing and sort of articulating things for myself. Are there any mirrors around?
Yeah.
Yeah, go
Everywhere.
tidy myself up in one of them. Any like smudged makeup fix.
And then you heading back to the kitchen or bedrooms?
I'll go back down to the bedroom.
We've probably gone back down there after everybody's finished eating, if they will have finished eating by then.
Sure. People are just sort of, some people stay there, some people go, you know, it's kind of people go off to do their own thing.
Yeah, sort
Some
of
people
when
head out.
people start to leave, I'll sort of give a nod to you and head down to the bedroom.
I should change before we go back out, I suppose.
I suppose we all should.
Yes.
Very well. And I'll take off all these lovely clothes, get back into stupid brown dress.
Yeah, stupid brown dress.
Stupid brown dress.
And what is our plan from here? Where are we going?
Well, I suppose if we still wanted to go to the docks, we could do that, or wait until dark, as we had intended.
I do not believe we have been inside the warehouse yet.
That is
Yes.
true.
That is true.
Okay.
Shall we then?
Yes.
Yes. And I'll put the 2 daggers under my skirt, but I'll leave my sword behind.
My gun's still in my
I could
reticule.
put a few more pounds in my reticule because I feel like I spent money the last time I was out. I don't remember if I did, but I'm just going to put some extra ones in just in case.
Sure.
You're quite all right.
I don't know, but there's nothing else to do, so...
Okay. Are we ready then?
Yes.
And we'll head towards the front door.
Cool. And that's where we'll end it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Rainbow Dice Club.
We are an all-queer, narrative-driven actual play podcast.
Telling a collaborative story in a homebrew world using the basis of D&D 5e.
Emphasis on the homebrew.
An emphasis on the collaboration.
Absolutely, but before we get into that, let's introduce ourselves. My name is Ariana, my pronouns are she, her, and I play Alara Spindlespark, whose pronouns are also she, her.
My name is Dusty. My pronouns are she, they, and I play Ivy Nightbreeze Tinkerfay, whose pronouns are she, her.
My name is Wayra. My pronouns are she, they, and I play Varys, whose pronouns are he, they.
Now, you may be asking, where's the GM?
This is the collaboration part.
Indeed it is. See, because you've already met the GM.
It's all 3 of us.
Join us as we collaboratively weave this tale.
But let the dice inevitably decide our destiny.